Hello,
Hi, Kendra.
sweetheart. What's your name?
Nzinga.
Nzinga. How do you spell that?
Nzhingha.
Nzhinga.
Ingha.
And Nzinga.
Oh,
We.
I'm
Whoop,
sorry. That's my
I hear the
puppy.
doggy.
That's my puppy. I'm sorry. Say hi, Dior.
Hi, baby. Where you calling us from?
So I live in New Jersey. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York.
New Jersey,
Hmm.
Brooklyn, New York. That's where you're from.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
32. You have any children?
No kids, but I would love
No
kids.
kids. You love kids. What do you do for a living?
So I work in real estate. I'm actually getting my license next month.
Okay. So when's your birthday or zodiac sign?
May 18th,
Taurus
Taurus.
gang.
The best sign.
That is true. I'm a Taurus and I can contest to it. So this is
Yes.
Nzinga.
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 Hmm.
From Brooklyn, but lives in Jersey. 32 is a Taurus. Works in real estate. No kids. What kind of man you looking for?
Okay, so he has to be tall because I'm 5'11". I prefer chocolate. I love dark men. Trying to think. Definitely has to
You
be
want to date a man
ambitious.
your complexion?
I would. It's not my preference. Not saying they're ugly. It's just not my preference,
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
So
keep
it has to
going.
be tall. Has to have, six-figure job because I have, money myself. Has to
He
be
has to have,
kind.
okay, so he has to have six figures.
Yeah, six figures. Hmm.
So if he made 80,000, you couldn't do it?
No, like I'm at the point in my life where, like I want a soft life. So I don't want to be like, I can't love you if I got to worry about what you can't afford. So,
You are entitled to your preference. But what happens if,
yes.
like, let's say you get married one day and your husband, God forbid, he gets an
Yeah.
accident and he can't work anymore?
That's different because, I mean, he's been providing. I don't mind stepping it up. Like I have my own money, so I don't mind, stepping up.
You want him to come in with what you have.
Yes, exactly.
So nothing less than six figures. You won't even date it.
No.
Do you typically date men that make six figures and
Yes.
more?
Mhm.
Okay, what's happening with those relationships?
So I was engaged last year. You know, he wasn't really honest about everything. So I also need a man that's just honest. Like I feel like it should be a partnership. So you have to be honest. Like I don't care if you're going through financial trouble. I don't care if whatever's going on, I need to know about it. So open communication is important to me too.
Okay, I interjected, so keep going with your list, honey.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, so somebody who's kind. I don't mind like a guy who's nerdy. I'm not really looking for like, toxic relationship. Definitely has to be ambitious. I don't really care about, degrees and stuff because honestly, like student loans and everything, that was a big waste of time. So as long as you have the ambition and, you want more out of life, it's A-okay with me.
Okay. Look, they asking me to do the Kendra Cam early because of your request. So you ready for it, honey?
So my request. Yes. Okay. Hold on. Let me just make sure everything is, because I have my pajamas on.
Only women be giving me all types of excuses before we get to the Kendra Cam
No, I
challenge.
want to make sure. Like, I have any slips. I don't want any slips or anything. Can you see? Oh.
Can y'all see? I can't really see. Okay. Okay. We see you. Okay.
Yes.
Does the guy have to look a certain way besides being tall and dark skinned?
No, and I don't want to say like he has to be dark skinned. That's just my preference.
Okay. Oh, we did all
But
those questions already. So when
yeah,
was your
yeah.
last relationship? Say your name for me again. Nzinga?
Nzinga.
Nzinga. When was your last relationship?
Yeah, so a year ago I was engaged. Yeah, it's been a year. Wow, it's been a year.
Okay, you don't got to answer this question, but I'm going to ask. When was the last time you was intimate with someone?
2 months ago?
2 months ago. Is that guy an option?
No, he's just a sneaky link.
That's a sneaky link.
He's a longtime friend. No, I definitely no. Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. So why do you think you're single, Nzinga?
Well, I've been doing a lot of healing over the last year, so I think now I'm finally ready to date. I definitely feel that you know, before I didn't communicate. Like if I was angry, I would just kind of just ghost you and not say anything. So I've been working on that too and being more open, you know, not so close-minded about, you know, things that don't matter. Like, oh, he doesn't have to have a six pack and like all this stuff. Like I don't care about that anymore. So I'm like, been doing healing.
Okay. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because I'm lit. I'm a Taurus. Like, hello, you know, got the personality. I got my own money. I'm an event planner. I know how to cook. I know how to love. And I'm just overall lit.
Okay. Listen, I think you're dope. I like you. But I do want to ask you something that I've heard men say on the show because you're here to get men, right? So going back to your requirements of salary, which you have the right to. I just want you to respond to a comment that might say, well, what if someone said, we don't feel as though you are the size to require that? What would your response be to that?
It's never been an issue before. I mean, I've dated rich men. I've dated celebrities. So size has nothing to do with what your requirements are. And if you don't like me because of my size, that's A-okay. I've never had an issue getting a man and a rich man. So.
And what? The rich men, though, but why don't they stay around? What happens? Why don't they end?
I think the men that I've dated are like a little weird or demanding. I will honestly say that the men that I've dated want like a housewife, and I'm not like a housewife kind of girl. Like I want to have my own career. So,
but that's actually that's a common thing for most men that you're financial wise, because they just want a woman. We talked about this last week, I think, on Instagram. Men that generally make a certain amount of money, they just want someone to add into their plan.
Right. Exactly.
So it seems like you have a good job, a good salary. You said you make over 6 figures. Mm-hmm. So that's where the challenge comes. This is what I was talking about last week. A man that makes over 6 figures typically doesn't mind dating a woman that can make 20,000. All they care about is she pretty and can she go along with my plan because I'm gonna provide for her. The challenge comes in when a woman as yourself makes that same amount of money. You don't want what the opposite of the guy wants. Like you wouldn't, you already said it, not date a guy that makes less money than you. Not saying you have to, but that's where the challenge comes in. You won't date a guy that makes less money than you, but the guy that makes the same amount or more wants you to go along with his plan, but you don't want to do that because you got your own plan.
Absolutely. And that was the issue in my last relationship too. You know, he wanted me to be like that, stay at home, cook, clean, you know, provide for me. But like, I want a career. I didn't want a career before. I was definitely, you know, I've been engaged 3 times actually.
You've been engaged 3 times?
Yeah.
Why did none of them end in marriage?
Well, the first one I was like 18, so I don't think I was really ready. The second one I was 20. And then fast forward to my last one, I was 30. And so I'm 32. So, you know, now that I want a career and I have a career, I don't want to be a stay-at-home wife. I want a partner that we can both make money together.
Okay. So in all your dynamics of engagement, was it you that said, no, I don't want to get married?
Yes.
Yeah. Because you're at least you're being honest with yourself before you married the man, and you know. But I just think, listen, I think you're dope. I think you're pretty. You know, you seem focused. But listen, people get so mad at me when I talk about the 6 figures. The only reason why sometimes I feel like I just think companionship and somebody dope, not saying a bum, I'm not saying a bum guy, but if you meet a guy that makes $80,000 and it can rock with your life, don't write him off. Because that's where the disconnect happens. Like I said, the opposite of you, a guy that makes what you make, would date a woman that makes 80,000 or less if she goes along with his plan. If you can meet a man that can align with the plan that you have on, and it's not a bum, be open to it. Because I would hate, because I mean, it seems like, because one reason I say that is you've been engaged 3 times, and I'm assuming all of the men made 6 figures.
Except for my last one.
Okay.
But like that's why like I kind of don't want to do that again because it felt like a project. So I mean, if he makes 80,000, I would at least like him to have something in the pipeline, like maybe some investment properties, maybe a business he's starting. You know what I mean? Like,
I almost want to ask you, but you don't have to answer. Do you want to tell your salary?
I'll tell it to the man I'm dating.
Okay. But I'm assuming you make well over 6 figures because you shit on 80,000 like that ain't even an option.
I'm in my 30s though. Like if I was in my 20s, I might be okay with it. But like
girl, there's some people who don't make 80,000 until they get to their 40s.
I'm sorry. Oh, and my nails are not even done. Don't even judge me. But
listen, you know what?
Yeah,
it is your life. It's your world. You do you, girl. I hope you get all that you desire. I truly do.
Thank you. I will try to be more open-minded. I will take care of it.
And again, I'm not, and this is where I'm not trying to make you settle. I'm not trying to do that at all. No. I'm just, the reality is, you know, you even said it yourself. The guys that you say based off the salary, they got their own plan. And you clearly are coming across like, I don't want to go with somebody else's plan. I have my own plan. That's what I'm hearing from you anyways.
Absolutely. But, you know, again, I would like for us to be a partnership. So it doesn't have to be like, you know, I'm just living off of his salary and, you know, doing nothing. I would love for us to be able to, you know, build together. So I'll try to be open-minded. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. We'll just think about companionship. But let's get into it. Say your name for me again because I don't want to butcher it.
That's okay. Nzinga.
Nzinga, New Jersey, but from Brooklyn. She has no kids. Oh, would you date a guy with kids?
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you said you do want kids, right?
I do, yeah.
Okay. She works in real estate, is a tourist, 32. Child, I fought hard for 80K, but it ain't really working. So 100K and up, baby.
I live in Jersey. Like, you know how expensive it is up here? It's
girl, look, I'm not even going to go down that road with you no more. We done got your theory on it, and I'm going to respect it. Give them your Instagram page.
Okay, so it's I am Diva, 2 I's, IIAMDIVA.
IIAMDIVA. I am Diva. All right, this is who she is. Hit her up, fellas, if you guys are ready to meet her. Keep me posted how it goes, baby.
Thanks, Kendra.
You're welcome. Bye, sweetheart.